Hello everyone, I am Dr.R.Anusuya, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Information Technology at Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. Now I am going to discuss about the topic on looping in C programming. Looping structures. A loop is defined as a block of statements which are repeatedly executed for a certain number of time. Looping statements are used for running a set of statements for any number of times. Looping statements are also called as iterative statement. When we want to repeat a group of statements and number of times loops are used. These loops are executed until the condition is true. When the condition becomes false, control terminates the loop and moves on to next instruction immediately after the loop. Various loop structures used in C language are while, do while and for statement. Looping structures. Generally the looping is divided into two types. One is unbounded loop and bounded loop. The unbounded loop is also called as indefinite loop. The bounded loop is also called as definite loop. The while statement and do while statement are called as unbounded loop or indefinite loop. The for statement is called as bounded loop or definite loop. Looping structures. Loop is divided into two parts. One, the body of the loop, and another one is control of the loop. Main control of loop is divided into two parts, entry control loop and exit control loop. While statement and for statement are considered as entry control loop and do while statement is considered for exit control loop, because in while and for statement the condition is executed at the starting of the loop, entry point of the loop, so it is called as entry control loop. In while statement some statements are executed following the test expression is tested, so at the end of the statement the do while condition is executed, so it is called as exit control loop. While loop. While loop is used to execute a set of statements as long as condition evaluates to true. It is mostly used in those cases where the programmer does not know in advance how many times the loop will be executed. Syntax. While condition, it contains some set of statement. In while statement, it first tests the condition. If it is true, it executes the body of the while statements. If the condition is false, it comes out of the loop. Here, the condition is tested at the beginning of the loop, so it is called as entry controlled loop. Next, do while loop. Do while is similar to while except that its test condition is evaluated at the end of the loop instead of the beginning, as in case of while loop. So in do while, body of the loop always execute at least once even if the test condition evaluates to false during the first iteration. Here the syntax of do statement consists of the keyword do following some set of statements at the end while test condition is tested. First, in do statement, it executes statement 1 and statement 2, then it will test the condition. If the test condition is true, it goes to the do portion and execute again statement 1 and statement 2. If the condition is false, it came out of the loop. The condition is tested at the end of the loop, so it is called as exit control loop. Most versatile and popular of three loop structures is used in those situations when a programmer knows in advance the number of times a statement or block will be executed. It contains loop control elements are all at one place, while in other loops they are scattered over the program and get difficult to understand. Here the syntax of for statement: for initialization, condition, increment or decrement statement, body of the for statement is begins and end of the loop. First, in for statement, it initializes the variable. Then it tests the condition. If the condition is true, it executes the body of the for statements. Once it executed, then the control goes to the increment or decrement. Based on the increment or decrement, the value will be changed, and again it tests the condition. If the condition is true, again the statement will be executed. Like that, this loop will be continued many times until the condition becomes false. This is the way the for loop will be executed. Hope you all are understand about loop structures in C. Thank you.